Oh. Only take. This is it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the studio. It's morning time here. I've got my coffee. I've got these bags under my eyes. Just waking up. So I wanted to do the studio tour of just all the things that are in this room. Craig and I used all of the things that you see to make our album. It was an acoustic instrumental album where we just used the things in here, the piano, the bass, the acoustic guitars, to create real sounds from real humans. You know, we kind of live in this digital age, and Craig and I wanted to see if we could make some real life sounding things, like real strings, you know, a real hammer from a piano hitting the strings or a real hand hitting the guitar. So yeah, I wanted to just do a little tour of showing all the stuff that we used for that. And so I asked Parker Stanfill to come and bring himself and his camera to come and help me shoot that. And he was also somebody for me to talk to rather than just try to talk to the camera. So that was awesome. I'm so thankful for him and his friendship. So enough rambling about all of this. Here is the studio tour. Hello. So I just wanted to do a room tour of all the stuff that I have in here because there's a few cool things. There's some things that definitely like will change and evolve, but some things will not. So look, everybody, I'm going to give Parker, he's the one behind the camera. This is Parker. I'm going to just talk to him so that I'm not like talking to all of you out there. So this is just, me and him are just going to hang out and talk about this stuff. So just to kind of let you guys into my world and what's going on here. So to your left, my right, we have an 1896 Steinway upright piano that I got from Facebook Market for $150, which you know that, right? Or you know my story. Okay. Parker will learn some things, but he knows about most of this stuff, so this will be news to some of you. So last October, so it's September right now. Last October, I got this on Facebook Market, and me and Sam Brown, shout out to Sam Brown, went to Oxford, Mississippi, and picked this thing up. And it was crazy because I thought it was a joke, but pretty much what happened was there was somebody before me, and they were going to come and get it. And I was texting a guy at the same time, and they were like, he pretty much told me, look, if these guys back out, it's yours. And I was like spamming him, like, please let me, please give this to me. Or like, I will pay whatever I got to pay. I'll be there tonight. And so the next day he texted me and said those guys backed out, and we rushed down there. The next day, me and Sam did. And Sam pretty much manhandled this into my house. But it took 7 of us. So if I'm missing anyone, please don't be mad at me. Juice, Brandon, Seth, were you here? Okay, Parker wasn't here. I don't know if Craig was here. So me, Sam, the 2 Teen Challenge guys. And I feel like I'm missing someone. Please don't, whoever you are, don't destroy my life. But a cool thing about this is I don't know if you can get this, Parker, but you can actually see right here, there is writing from 1945 of someone that tuned it. And then here's the like seal of Steinway's it says, to His Majesty, the King of Prussia and the Emperor of Germany. I don't know what all of this means. So Steinway experts, please explain this. And also, if you look right here, I cut up one of my old t-shirts and made like my own felt and so it has like, I like to like have this soft cinematic sound. So if I played it right now, it's gonna sound super soft. It gives it that soft sound. Like, I don't want it loud, you know what I mean? Here's a fake plant. There's a fake plant. Look, no holes for anything to come out. Here's a lamp that I took from my bedroom, so I don't even have a lamp in my bedroom. All right, next is this bass. I got this on, what's it called? Reverb. And the action is really high right now, as you can see, but Craig knows that's how I like it. It's not an American, sadly, but it is a Fender P-Bass, which I love. I got it like just a couple months ago, and it's working, it's doing the job. So it's a workhorse, and I really want to get an American one, or like a vintage one, but this one will do the job. Oh, and this is like, what is this called? An Ocarina? Is that how you call this? That's for sure. So that's what that thing does. I think K-Beth got me this from China. So that is a Chinese something. I didn't even talk about this. All of these like sound panels that you see, like this, and all the way around the studio, those black things, I built those. So that's like, I've got insulation inside of it. Rock wool is what's inside of it, and then I just like watch a bunch of YouTube videos, and I just made my own. So like that's why it sounds so dead in here. I'm sure you can hear like that's that. We missed this guy. It's not really important, so we're not gonna spend a lot of time on it, but that's the first guitar I ever learned on. It's actually my brother's, and I just never gave it back to him. So Joshua, if you see this, it's still here, and now it's actually hanging up there. So this is a mandolin that is one of the worst mandolins of all time. But Josh Morton, thank you, Josh, gave me this. Not my brother Josh, different Josh. Gave me this to play on his album mostly, and I will say that we made it sound great on his album. But now, before I get to this, of all the things that we love, me and Craig especially, this is really high on the list. Just, you can leave. This is not counting like wives or girlfriends, or God. But this is right up there next to it. I don't even have it plugged in. But this is a 70 something, 73, 74, 75 Fender Rhodes. And it was, this is a cool story too. Craig will tell you this. His grandmother or aunt or someone in his family back in the 80s bought this thing at a yard sale for like $100, $100 to $300, something in that range. And just to let you know, they go for like about $4,000 to $5,000 on like eBay now or whatever, Facebook Market, whatever the kids are using these days. Pretty much it was in storage at her house. And one day Craig was over there, and he or she, I can't remember what family member it was, said, he was like, "Hey, I got this keyboard in my storage room. Like, do you want it?" And Craig was like, he saw it and he was like, yeah. So, and then Craig put it in storage at his house for a while. So it sat in storage for, 40 years or something like that. And then I went and saw it, and I didn't really know what it was either. Like, I wasn't educated. So this is educational. But this, like, Stevie Wonder played these kinds of pianos. Ray Charles played these kinds of pianos. Like they are incredible instruments. It is an electric piano, so it's like an electric guitar. It has hammers like a piano, and it has these things called tines. And what it does is it's based off like the tuning fork. So tuning fork, you hit it, and it makes a note to where you can stay in tune, or find the note that you're looking for. And it pretty much has like 88 or 73. This one's a 73. Has like 73 of those tuning forks, and so each time. Hear that pretty good. So when you hit that, it makes that sound. So pretty cool. Really, really amazing thing. They do not make these anymore. Actually, I just saw they're starting to make these again, and they are very expensive. So Craig and I lucked out. I actually have one upstairs that I'm in the process of restoring because Craig will take this away from me one day. So enough time spent on that. Okay. Next we have, this is I actually just learned recently, it's like a 1950s Epiphone Texan, maybe late 50s, early 60s. And again, they don't make these anymore. My grandfather gave me this before he died. And it is literally one of the most amazing guitars I've ever played. It plays just like a Gibson J45, it has that same feel. I actually didn't know much about it, and I took it to a music store nearby, and there was a guitar tech there that told me, he essentially wanted to buy it from me. And I asked him about how much, and he said about $3,000. $3 to $4,000 is what he would pay for this. Is pretty cool. I really lucked out. My grandfather, I think my grandfather maybe paid again a couple $100 back in the 60s or 60s or 70s. On you can even see his hand marks on the other side of it. So it is a super special guitar to me. This one is all over me and Craig's album for sure. So is the Rhodes, so is the bass, so is the piano. So this is Craig's guitar. I think somebody gave this to him from church a long time ago, but then Craig gave it to me. And a sad day, one day it was sitting up like this and it fell over and the head popped off of it, and I was super sad. But I took it to Florence and you can't even tell that the head popped off of it. So when we do heavy metal, this dude comes out every time. Oh, this is important too. This is my my pick. So good picks on top, bad picks on the bottom. And it just reminded me of Canada, This is the vocal booth, which this is where we've recorded. Most of Craig's acoustic was recorded in here for our album, and vocals we do in here. And Jonah recorded his book in here. And so Jonah, if you're watching, shout out. So many shout outs. So I pretty much nailed that thing you see in the back, the black thing is a futon that I nailed to the I nailed it to the wall. Over here, I kind of have a setup where all the tuners are the worst. This is the best tuner. Why is it on ukulele? Okay, it's on ukulele for some reason, but this is the best guitar tuner period ever. 100% guitar tune-up. All right. And then also I've routed an HDMI cord in here for this TV. So everything I'm seeing on the computer, Craig or whoever's in here can see that. So this is one of the best mics ever. I bought this one a while ago. It's called a Lauten Atlantis. Here, wait, maybe I can. So this is a Lauten Atlantis, and it is incredible. Literally, you can put anything on this, vocals, acoustic guitar, anything, and it's going to sound amazing. So I love this mic. It has all these different settings on it. You can make it sound like a vintage mic. You can make it sound like a really high, bright mic. But this stand is not good, so just don't. It's kind of heavy, but look at that. That's not good. So don't even worry about that. Everything we did for our album, we recorded in here. I used that little camera up there to just record me and Craig. So most of those weird little videos we did were that. Craig and I just used, essentially for our album, we just wanted to use what was in this room. So everything you see in this room is what was used on it. That ukulele, or one of our ukuleles, he used on a journey and played that. And then this Bouzouki is from Greece. Oh yeah, dude, we got to talk about this thing. My dad somehow brought this back from Greece. I don't know how he did it. But it has been on many songs. So it's kind of like a mandolin, yeah. So it's in the Mixolydian in B song that we have. So that was Craig on that thing. I think I played it some, and I would just be I would just go. No fingering at all. This is my keyboard. I really wanted to get a Nord, but the price was just right on this one, But sometimes I wish I would have got a Nord. But the feel, the touch on this thing, it's real wooden keys. It's hard to see that, but that is real. If you look, on the sides, you can see the wood on the side. Yeah, this is the Yamaha CP88. I love that thing. Okay, cool story about those speakers right here. These are called Cerwin Vega speakers, and they are awesome. Number one. And the way that came about is there was a friend of mine at church. He was cleaning out his house, and he was like, hey, I have these speakers. I don't know much about them, He's like, if you want them, they're yours. And he was like, and if you ever just sell them, just let me have first dibs on them. I was like, okay. So he brought them, and I reconed the speakers, so like that orange thing, I actually redid all that. And so I can actually run my computer into those and everything. So all the speakers that you see in here, like even these, I can run my computer into these little dudes. And then you have the spaceship up here. This is the spaceship. And we've got the Yamaha HS8s. Most of you know these. And now these are really cool. These are called Yamaha NS10s. Most of you, if you're in my field, you know that like producers used these back in like the 70s and 80s. And essentially you can, if you mix on these and you get it to sound, they actually sound really bad. Like not good. They don't sound good at all. But the legend has it that if you can mix, if you mix your songs on this and get them to sound good, they're going to sound good anywhere that, like iPhones, everywhere that you. So a lot of people still use these. I have a sub under there that I bought for the HS8s. Oh, got some essential oils over here, son. Got that clarity. Check it out. You know what I mean? Got Alexa who will not stop notifying. Oh. She's listening. She's hearing everything right now. So up here, we've got, this is an Arturia Keylab 88. And it like lights up. That's probably the coolest thing about it. Yeah, this is just the beginning phases. Like I'm almost doing this so that I can see where things started, or at least just where things are right now. Like we did the whole album just with what the things you see in this room, which I think are, which I think is cool. Like if you think back in the 70s, 80s, like even before that, of course, like you had to go to like a professional studio to get your stuff recorded. And nowadays I can just walk into this room, a bedroom, and make amazing sounding music with the technology that we have. Yeah, it's insane. Speaking of that technology, we've got some really cool, these are Universal Audio Twinfinities is what they're called. And they are amazing preamps that we run our mics through, run bass guitar through. We got another down here is a Warm, what's it called? Warm 73. Another great preamp for things. And then this thing is my headphone amp that I got for like $50. Oh gosh, like all the plants. They don't even have names. You know, they say you're supposed to like name your plants and stuff. That's Pancake. That's Droopy. That's used to be my prized possession, but now he's ugly. So yeah, that's ugly. That's Altar Boy because it's called a prayer plant. That one's the worst. Snake Plant 1, Snake Plant 2, and that's Dumbo because that's a dumb cane. That's the name of that plant. So, oh, we got the trusty SM7B. I can't remember any of the names of anything, but that's what that is. we gotta try this out, son. Again, I think I asked for this for my birthday one day, and this is a Shofar. So pretty much this is the small room where we record everything. I'm very proud of it. Spend a lot of my time here. Just wanted to let everyone into our world and join us again next time for Comedy with Demetri.